This video is sponsored by Hat D and their awesome Sky Zephyrs and Wandering Tavern campaign settings. Find out how you can save 10% while taking your adventures to the skies. Food is one of the wonders of the peoples, and nobody does it better than humanoids. My mouth is already watering as the aroma of my latest culinary adventure is plated before me. Sword Coast seafood boublés, dwarven flatbread, Amphel braised beef, Lurwood salad, apple and blackberry pie with whipped cream. Some would call me a glutton, but I don't wolf this down. I am an Epicurean, and I live to eat all the delightful foods people concoct. It is one of life's greatest pleasures, and Baldur's Gate is my favorite spot because of all the people. More travelers means more inns, which means more chefs plying their craft. I think I'll wash this down with a pint of... Hey! Watch where you're going, arsewipe! I don't pay any attention to the man shouting at me. I am too busy mourning this tragedy. My beautiful pie is on the floor! My grieving is cut short when the man, large by human standards, grips my doublet and pulls me up off my feet. I can see his disgusting yellow teeth and smell the brandy on him. You're ignoring me now? I think you need a lesson in manners. I'll beat your face until it looks like that pie on the floor. Before he can strike me, I grip the wrist holding my shirt and squeeze. My kind can take human form at will, but even so we possess the strength of dragons. The bones and joints of his wrist begin to pop and crack. Immediately he buckles, down onto his knees, his friends taking a step back, aghast and confused. It is bad form to place your hands on someone without their permission. You cost me a good meal, you ox! I ought to take your hand for that. If you pay for my pie and apologize, I'll let you go, with nothing more than a sprained wrist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll pay for it. Just let me go. With a nod and hum of satisfaction, I release the brute, watch him scatter some coins while he and his cronies slink out of the tavern. I'm interrupted before I can rectify my tragic lack of dessert by a group of more comely-looking people. They tell me they are adventurers, seeking aid against a great evil, and they want my help after that display of strength. I wave their pleading away. I assure you, I am no friend to evils and injustices. However, I have no inclination to go out and kill whatever it is you're seeking to kill. My efforts are better put to protecting my home and enjoying fine dining. Speaking of, I'm cut off again before I can turn to order more food. One of this group, a woman, a paladin by the looks of her armor, gets on her knees and starts to beg. Fresh tears fall down her face as she recounts how her sisters have been sent to this great evil. A sacrifice in exchange for a few measly years of peace. My eyes grow soft. My heart murmurs as I take her measure. Then it beats with ferocious vigor when between her cries for aid she mentions the nature of this evil. A red dragon. I almost forgot where I was. Just hearing it was one of the chromatic kind made me nearly shed my human skin and shine in all my glory. But that would frighten the people, and destroy this fine establishment which I've added to my gallery of passable eateries on the Sword Coast. I place a hand upon the knight's shoulder. On your feet. Dry your tears. You've convinced me. I will offer my aid to you, though I doubt you all know just what kind of an ally you've made. Meet me outside the city walls after dark. We can discuss how to save your sisters then. For now, I have a horrific pie deficiency that needs immediate attention. The stars glitter like jewels in the inky night sky as my newfound comrades approach. Their faces are a blend of hopeful and skeptical. They have many questions, concerns, and urgency in their voices, but they all fall in silent awe as I reveal my true self. A massive reptilian visage, 4 powerful limbs, 2 massive wings and a majestic tail, my regal head crowned with a tall frill that reflects the moonlight, casting a soft silvery glow all around me. I stretch out my wings and smirk with pride at their reactions. The faces of mortals seeing a dragon in all its glory never really gets old. Yes, get all your oohs and ahs out now. I apologize for the disguise. It wasn't my intention to lie to you. It's just easier to enjoy a good meal at a tavern in human form than this one. Of course, I could just stand very, very still and hope that any passerbys mistake me for a silver statue. I laugh at my own joke. The rest of them are too busy staring at my visage, or at their own slack-jawed expressions reflected in the smooth, silvery scales of my body. I am Kazos, the Dream Fang, master of the Grey Peak Mountains. I will help you rescue your sister and slay the foul Red One terrorizing your home. I lower myself to the ground and gesture for them to hop on my back. Well, don't just stand there, get on! We have a long way to travel and I won't make this offer twice. With my new allies mounted safely upon my back, I take to the skies, the land and low clouds passing beneath us in a tapestry of green and blue and grey. I am familiar with the red dragon you mentioned. He is called Cafetax, an old enemy. Do you see the scars upon my face? A gift from that one. Centuries ago we did battle, but he was older than me, and more cunning than I thought. I knew I could not face him alone a second time, so I waited, knowing he would show his wretched crimson hide once more. With all of you coming before me, it is finally time to put Cafetax down once and for all. That is, if you all do as I say. Heed a dragon when it speaks, mortal friends, and we may all yet live through this. I take them to my lair to better equip them for the dangers ahead. A mountaintop, shrouded by silvery clouds. All these adventurers marveled at how my magic turned the clouds solid as stone. However, doubt still lingered. One of them confronted me. He asked me if I knew of the Red Terror Cafetax, then why did I do nothing about it for so long? And what's more, if silver dragons truly do despise evil and love justice, then why allow any evil to take place around me? I move my muzzle closer to this adventurer, his face reflected in the pools of mercury that make up my eyes. It is not in my nature. I am a protector, not an avenger. Any actions that bring harm are crimes and do not deserve mercy, but any actions that cause no harm are one's own business. You could be evil, and I wouldn't lay a claw on you, provided you don't hurt anyone, or make plans to do so. When I last fought Cafetax, it was over territory. I knew one day he would bring terror and harm to others, for that is his nature, unacceptable as it is. If you want a dragon to destroy all signs of evil around you, I'd suggest my bronze cousins. Perhaps you prefer to stop evil before it can ever happen. In that case, I direct you to my golden-scaled brethren, though I doubt they'd be as welcoming to you as I have been. I usher them all deeper into my lair, to gaze upon my horde. There were the expected mounds of gold, silver, and gemstones, with magic items organized separately, and some items mundane yet beautiful, including an entire wall covered top to bottom in handmade watches. This is my horde, a time capsule, my own personal memory lane. With claws sharp as steel and gentle as feathers, I pick up a shield blazoned with flame and brass, gifting it to the woman knight who lost her sister to the fires of Cafetax. It is rare for any dragon to reveal itself to mortals, but you are a special case. I knew your great-grandmother. We had dinner together many times. Her apple tarts were my favorite. She gifted me this shield as a sign of her friendship. You're the spitting image of her. When your great-grandmother died, I made a promise to watch over her descendants. I regret not being able to save your sister that day, but now we can both make it right. With my new allies properly equipped for the battle ahead, I return them to the ground and polymorph back into a human disguise, with my own gear for adventuring. The others groan and protest, saying they would prefer a quick flight to their destination on the dragon's wings. Think about it, my friends. If I were to take us there in my true form, Cafatax would smell me from miles away, and we'd lose any element of surprise. It's simply safer to travel in this form. I didn't tell them that I also really enjoyed traveling as a human, but they don't need to know that. Worry not, I will aid you in the battle to come, especially since I worry about your chances against Cafatax without me. I must warn you, though, when the Red One shows itself, you will see me change. Not out of human form, that goes without saying. It's an instinct, a curse, perhaps divine will. Whatever the case, when the Red One appears, I will not be able to contain my fury. My reasoning, overwhelmed with the urge to wipe that chromatic stain from the face of this world, I will rip and tear and gouge until either he or I falls dead. I would hate to put my new friends in danger, so I am trusting you mortals. Call me into the fray at your time of greatest need. I turn to make my way down the road, but then stop and look behind me once more. Try not to disappoint me, and please, try not to die.
A big thank you to Hat D for sponsoring this video, creators of the wildly successful Sky Zephyrs and Wandering Tavern Kickstarters. These are system-agnostic campaign settings that really deliver. Gorgeous art, interesting NPCs, gripping stories, mechanics for spirits and vehicles, and most importantly, pre-made battle maps. And if that's not enough, they have an online vehicle builder now. Make sky ships, water ships, fire ships, a Megazord, whatever, you can make it and play it. You can get all this incredible stuff and more for 10% off by clicking the link in the description below and using code DungeonDelver at checkout. Thanks again to hatd.com for sponsoring this video. And of course, a special thank you to all my wonderful patrons who continue to keep the channel afloat. Check out my Patreon for some cool stuff, like seeing videos early, voting on video topics, get awesome homebrew monsters complete with lore, treasure, and battle stats for your own games. But yeah, that's it for me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, check out other videos on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!